And welcome everyone once again to another edition of 90.9 WJB's Yo Just Checking In. I'm your host Marcus Sims, and we are powered by 90.9 FM and WJAB.org. Now, question: where were you at in 1989? If you were where was I at in 1989? I was probably either trying to get a job somewhere, either playing football or playing a lot of Nintendo. I think that's what I was doing, or something like that, hanging out at the mall, or whatever. But what were you doing in 1989? Well, in 1989 on BET, there was a very important TV show called Teen Summit. That's when Teen Summit debuted in 1989. So if you're thinking about that right now and you're like, wow, I was watching it, you're probably old like me. So, but it was a great show. They dealt with teens, young adults, topics that pertain to them, that involve them. Well, my two guests that we have on Yo Just Checking In this afternoon are going to tell us about a Huntsville version of Teen Summit, the importance of it, much, much more, and also some events that are happening on June the 4th that you definitely want to be a part of, especially if you're here in the Huntsville area, North Huntsville area, definitely. So, guys, first and foremost, please introduce yourself, and thanks for joining me on the show.
I'm gonna go ladies first. Nicole, if you can introduce yourself.
Hello, what's up? What it do? My name is Nicole Petite. I am the owner, co-founder of Inquisitive I Am. I am also a published book author and well-renowned in my local city of Mobile, Alabama, as a speaker and mentor to our youth and adults when need be. I go hard for my fam, trying to be a part of the Huntsville fam.
Cool.
Yes, indeed. And I'm Tim Miller. On behalf of this event, organizing it with Michelle Watkins. This has been something I've been working on, but Tim Miller here to talk about the Teen Summit.
And of course, Tim Miller, radio broadcaster, podcaster. I mean, the brother's involved in everything: MC, plumber, retired professional wrestler. The brother does a lot of things if you're here in the Tennessee Valley. So salute to my longtime friend, Tim Miller. And also, Nicole, nice to meet you for the first time. Now, you're an author. Tell us a little bit, before we go any further, tell us about your book that you have out. Let's go over that a little bit.
Awesome. I have my first book called Focus, Fearless, and Fighting, and it's about raising today's youth in today's society, with social media being pretty much the biggest parent of all. So it talks about how parents can focus on their children more. Right now, I currently have a daughter who is in medical school at Meharry University, HBCU bound. And I also have a daughter who will be entering her junior year at Alabama A&M, the prestigious Alabama A&M University. And she's just landed her first cybersecurity internship with government. So I have been a single parent for a good little while, and I've raised my girls to be children that are focused. So with that, people always ask, Nicole, what are you doing? What did you do? What did you do? So I just decided to put it in the book along with the mentoring that I do. I had a 6-figure club in Mobile, Alabama that was very successful. And I would like to start that here. Maybe T-Mill can help me with that. But it's all about mentoring the youth, getting them prepared for the future, and meeting them where they are. I've always said, you call them what they become, so make sure you call them something great. And we need to give our children an outlet to where they can be who they are, and we can pick them up from wherever they are and not continue to chastise them as we do as adults, and let them help us learn who they are so we can teach them the things they need, because this world is cruel, and I'm here to help them. So when they get it from me, it's out of love. When they get it from the real world, you never know what you're going to get.
True that. Now, how can for anyone that's interested in getting the book, how can they get that?
It is on Amazon. Of course, you can go to Amazon. It's Focus, Fearless, and Fighting, or you can go to my website. It's www.Nicole, Nicole, Petite, Petite.com, NicolePetite.com. And there's a link there that would also lead you to Amazon.
Well, definitely a book like...
I'll have a few at the summit.
Okay, cool. And I think that's really cool, because now more than ever, we need books like that, encouraging books like that, stuff that can uplift, especially our young adults. So salute to you for that book. And definitely, hopefully we can discuss that more at another time. T-Mill, of course, we know it's been busy here in the Tennessee Valley the past few weeks, everything from the opening of the Orion Theater to stuff that's been happening within the Tennessee Valley, all these events that are going on. And of course, we know on June the 4th coming up shortly, there'll be a huge day happening, if I'm correct, on the campus, in the beautiful campus of Jemison. Now, before we talk about the HSV Teen Summit event, let's talk about, I guess I don't want to call it the pre-show, but there's an event happening before that. What's going on before the Teen Summit event?
It is the summertime edition Northside Bash, put together and hosted by the May Jemison girls basketball coach, Coach SJ Sierra Jones. She's putting this event together to bring the community together to raise some money for the girls basketball team. So it's a fundraiser, also a party with a purpose, as our good friend Kenny Anderson would say. And it is it's going to be games. There's going to be inflatables. There's going to be live entertainment. You got Tony with T-Mill in the morning going to be out there representing. You also got DJ Slim Rob on the ones and twos with crowd control and music. And then there's Dunkin' booths. So there's going to be a long line of folks that want to put some of our elected officials in the dunking tanks. And so you got Coach SJ that's going to be on the hot seat for the Dunkin' booth. You got our Councilman Devin Keith that's going to be in the hot seat for the Dunkin' booth.
Get Devin.
You've got our very own Michelle Watkins is going to be in the hot seat for the Dunkin'. I'm not dunking Michelle. I'm not doing it. I can't. I'm not doing it. I want that smoke. And you also have plenty of other people that are on there. Also, our band director from the Mighty Sounds of the South is going to be up there in the hot seat as well, and a couple more people. So it's a great opportunity for people to come out, show some support for the May Jemison girls basketball program, and to set them on the right path, giving them the spirit, the energy that they need to start and finish a flawless season out there on them courts, wherever they go.
And what I think is so, and now T-Mill, you did mention your name as someone who's going to be in the Dunkin' booth. I didn't hear you say your name whatsoever.
Nah, brother. That tea got your ears like, that tea you sipping on, like you're supposed to get the tea that fixes your hearing. Like,
okay.
Deaf tea, that Russell Simmons deaf tea. You trying to go
right.
deaf.
So what I think is so cool is, once again, this is something that is open to the public. Especially if you're on North Huntsville, North Side, you're looking for something to do. If I'm correct, the event is from 11 to 4 p.m. at the Jemison High School. It is the first summer bash. Elected officials will be out there. Representatives from May Jemison will be out there. You'll have local radio personalities out there. It's going to be a great time, T-Mill. 11 to 4 p.m., May Jemison, and that's on June the 4th, correct?
That is correct. And we want to see all parts of Huntsville and the surrounding areas, not just the north side. Both of us here, and I'm sure Nicole does as well, we frequent different sides of Huntsville, different sides of Madison. We're in Decatur, we're in Florence, we're in south side or west side of Huntsville. We're in Muscle Shoals and Madison and Harvest and Athens and all these different places. Right. So if you see us out here out in these streets everywhere in all these different spots, come down to the north side and, have some fun and show your support for that community as well.
Definitely. Right. There will, and as T-Mill said, there will be food trucks out there. There will be vendors out there. There'll be Dunkin' booths. I'm sure there'll be plenty of surprises, live music on hand. So it's going to be a great event. Once again, that's on June the 4th from 11 to 4 p.m. at May Jemison High School. It is the Summer Bash North Side edition. Definitely going to be a great time. I'm looking forward to coming out there and hanging out with everyone. But also what we got to touch on, guys, is now later on, an hour after that event kind of shuts down and everyone kind of towels off and gets themselves together, at 5 o'clock, we have a special event coming up. I'm really looking forward to this. I've been hearing about it the past few months. The upcoming Huntsville HSV Teen Summit, our version of it. Guys, let's talk about this event.
Yeah, so the Teen Summit came out of a conversation with Michelle Watkins, Representative Michelle Watkins, about things that we can do in the community. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to stop talking about problems and let's start talking about solutions. And this is our effort to listen to our teenagers, to listen to our young adults, and to listen to our parents and then provide solutions. So this Teen Summit, and I call it a summit because it is a conversation or a cipher, as I would say, our chance to parlay, our chance to get together and have conversations and an exchange, because this is going to be different than every other panel you've seen. This is something different, and this is a different approach. So we're going to ask questions from the students, from the parents, candidly, in a safe space, non-judgmental, to be able to speak their mind about concerns that they have, about things that they're struggling with, challenges, There will also be sites and representatives on hand to speak privately about some things that they may not want to speak about in public, or it's just frankly nobody else's business. And we're going to have those conversations, and we want to hear from the students. We want to hear from the teens, the young adults, and the parents. The panelists, Nicole being one of the members on the panels, and some other representatives that will be there, our job is to answer those questions, answer those solutions, to provide something. So it's not a chance for us to get up there, talk about what we've done with our whole life, how we're so great at what we do, and so on. So that's cool, but our job is to give answers, solutions, or point them in the right direction, because maybe we can't give them the answer there on stage, but maybe we can say, hey, here's who you need to speak with. Catch me later, or I'm going to give you my number, or I can do this for you, or I'm willing to do this for you. We're not talking about problems. We're not, there's enough of that on Facebook. We're talking about solutions and what we can do right now about some of these challenges and opportunities and whatnot. So that's what the Teen Summit HSV Volume 1 is all about.
And Nicole, what I think is so cool is I remember watching the original Teen Summit some years ago, and I'm not even sure. I'm pretty sure you could probably YouTube an episode or two of Teen Summit. So if you just in case you have not seen the show, YouTube it. I have a feeling it's out there somewhere in the metaverse or multiverse or somewhere where you can still look up Teen Summit. Well,
I still got some VHS tapes. You can borrow.
Right. I know T Mill still got them. I mean, who can forget Ananda Lewis?
Okay.
But well, I think it's so cool is we think we know some of the issues that some of these young teens, these young adults are dealing with, and we may not have any idea. Like, how are they dealing with issues like social justice? How are they processing life during COVID? How are they processing news that they're getting from Ukraine, or just stuff that's going on within the house? We think we know these issues, Nicole, and maybe we don't. Maybe that's why this type of forum is so important, right?
Right. I agree. I mean, one of the things that I treasure the most is, even in my book, I talk about how the children in grade school all together have it so much harder than we do because of the distractions. One being, of course, social media. But as I stated, and I still state to this day, that you have 100% of everything when a child goes to school. 20% is sex, 20% is bullying, 20% is gossip and mess. And then you have 20%, I can't remember what the fourth 20% was, but the last one is education. So out of all of those, you only get 20% education, and they have to deal with the 80% of distraction that's going on in the world, whether it's in their home, whether they've had food before they came home, whether their mom or their dad cursed them out before they got to school. They're dealing with a hell of a lot more than we have in the past. So that's why it's important that we have to meet them where they are and allow them the space to vent, because we don't know what all they're going through, whether it's, again, problems at home, whether it's issues at school, because we know a lot of our kids are not reading at the right age. Well, why are they not reading at the right age? Their parents are also not reading at the right age. So we have to dig into those issues to figure out what is the core to why our children are suffering, and what can we do to get past that. And it has to start with listening to them and not badgering them.
Wow. And now, guys, both of you are parents. Do you guys come across anything? I'll start with T Mill first. As parents, do you hear some of the topics that some of the young people are dealing with? Whether it's school, society, locally, or, do you guys, Tim, starting with you first, do you hear some of the topics that are piquing young people's interest, or stuff that they want to talk about or discuss?
Absolutely. And most of them, to be honest, are a lot of the things that Nicole mentioned. So they have questions, about sex. They have questions about job opportunities. They have questions about bullying. They have questions about education. They have these questions, and unfortunately, they're being distracted by the negative aspects of some of these topics. And so a lot of the things that they want to know are how some of the things that they're interested in doing. They're speaking and being ignored on some of the things that they want to see change, or some of the things that they would like to do. Maybe they have a great idea for a program or for an improvement. And sometimes we as adults or parents think that our way is the only way. I have no shame in admitting when, my wife or my child has a better solution, or in 9 times out of 10, they always have a better solution than I have. But they, I think sometimes we get caught up and want things to be one way or the way it's always been. For instance, we've got textbooks that are, books are great, but some kids are e-readers. How come this book isn't on a Kindle? Or how come we don't have, we're not learning about media. We're not learning about how to create a tech program, or how to create, so they have these different questions that some are being addressed, but a lot of them are being unanswered. And so this is our opportunity to put that out there and answer those questions. But yeah, they do have a lot of questions that go unanswered. And then a lot of these things that we want to talk about, especially violence. And those are the biggest things where you've got, either fights or violence or bullying and things that are going on that they're concerned about, their safety, and, being one of the biggest concerns. So, yeah.
Nicole, what about you? What kind of, do you see with you being a parent, do you see some of these topics that are being brought up what are some of the topics that maybe you see the young people, the young adults talking about that you would like to address?
Two of the things that have been weighing heavy on my heart that I hear the most, one is self-esteem. They're dealing with low self-esteem because they truly don't know who they are. They're watching all the social media of all the video victims and all of the beautiful people on social media. And I have to continue to inform our youth. It took them 100 snapshots to get that perfect one. And that was before all of the alterations on the picture. So we have to first let them know that social media, most of it is untruth when it comes to trying to make yourself someone you're not. So that's one. And then the other one that we talk about is financial. What we do know to be a fact for a lot of us is we know how to spend money, but we do not know what to do with it. If I gave you $10,000 and say, go spend it today, you would absolutely probably know, or at least your child or children would know what to go spend this money on. But if you gave them the same $10,000 and say invest it, they would be overwhelmed because they wouldn't have a clue of what to do with it. So a lot of them are talking now about financial. Of course, we hear a lot about the cryptocurrency and this digital coins and all of these things. And a lot of them are getting into that. But they're wanting to know, how do I invest? What do I do? Because I have no idea what to do, because we didn't have that kind of money growing up. So they don't know what to do with it. So financials and self-esteem are two of the things that I discuss a lot now with my mentees.
And I want to add one more or two more things on to that just crossed my mind, that even I've had conversations with my own kids. Another thing is suicide. Kids are talking about their classmates that are committing suicide. They're talking about some of their friends, some of their family members that are committing suicide, their own thoughts, about suicide. And then also talking about trauma. They're watching, we're seeing executions on TV and social media. We're seeing murders. We're seeing violence. So how do they deal with that? When we were coming up, the closest we got to that was Faces of Death, but we didn't see as much as the kids are seeing now. So that's trauma, that they have to deal with on seeing that. And they have to go to school the next day, or going back to school after you had a bomb threat. I can't go home. Somebody just threatened to blow up the school. I got to come back to school after somebody threatened that. So they're talking about these different things. And I think suicide, and then trauma, and then some of the violence that they're seeing on television or just social media, even in real time, also affects them. So that's something that they're talking about as well.
And I will say this is the first time since I've been doing this show for the past 2+ years that the movie Faces of Death has ever been referenced in anything that I've done. So thank you, Tim Miller, for doing that, dropping that great movie. If you've never seen Faces of Death, well, it is what it is. It looks like we may have lost Nicole, so hopefully she rejoins us. But Tim Miller, let me ask you now, if someone wants to volunteer this Saturday, June the 4th, for the Teen Summit HSV. If someone wants to volunteer, maybe they want to be a sponsor, maybe they want to drop off some snacks for the young adults, maybe they want to volunteer some time. How can they do that, and can they do that?
Yes, they can, and hopefully they will. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for supply sponsors. There's some supplies that we have a list of that we need supplies for, such as cards or pens and paper and things like that. Also, hospitality sponsors. Looking for someone to provide food and beverages. And we have some information on that, because every dollar that we receive is going to the supplies and to the hospitality for this event. They're already coming out of the summer bash. It's 5 to 7 p.m. It's in the evening. So we hope to be able to be able to borrow some of the students and young adults' time, and then to also give them something to hold them over for dinner, give them something to eat, give them something to drink and relax. So we're looking for volunteers. We do have volunteer opportunities. Also hospitality we're looking for, or any sponsors. So we do eat, whether that donation or sponsorship comes through items, if they want to donate the items for those things, or if they want to make a donation, we do have a PayPal and a Cash App. Both are Paradox East. So it's Cash App, Paradox East, $ Paradox East, or PayPal, paradoxeast@gmail.com. So either way that they can donate, whether it's time, sharing, also a print sponsor. We're looking for a print sponsor to help us distribute print flyers, real easy flyers. We don't have to go the whole great extravagant card stock, but we want to get the information out to invite as many students as we can to this event. So those are the items that we're looking for, that we need help with. And we hope that we can get some of those things to be able to pull this off flawlessly and to be a great resource for our students and to serve in the best way.
And now, T-Man, what's a good website that they can go to for that? Because we want, this is a community event, and one of the things I've always saluted you for is you've always done things that have been inclusive of the community, and we want this to be a very special event. So is there a website that we can go to find out maybe specific information? Maybe someone wants to drop off a case of water, maybe some notebooks, some writing material, anything like that. Is there a specific website they can go to see what they can volunteer for or how they can help out?
For sure. Absolutely. So it's paradoxeast.org, paradoxeast.org. There's also a link on Facebook. There's a Facebook event. They can contact the Facebook event or search in Facebook for the event. It's Teen Summit HSV Volume 1. Also, they can contact me at 256-434-1846, 256-434-1846. And the email is info@paradoxeast.org. That's info@paradoxeast.org.
Now, how often will these events be happening? Just in case someone can't make it out on June the 4th, how often do you guys think that these events will be happening? Because there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about. So, will it be monthly, every so often? How often are you going to do this, T-Mill?
So we're going to do it as much as the community powers us to do it, or empowers us to do it, to be able to give this the opportunity. And as long as the students are letting us know that it works, you know, we could be building a plane in the air that nobody wants. So if it works, if this is something that everyone sees the value in, which I'm sure it is, with everyone's help, we are planning to do this. We will do this quarterly to address, you know, summer, spring, fall, winter, to be able to do this quarterly. So that way we can meet, we can parlay, and we have time to implement some of these opportunities. And it's going to take time to fix or to improve or to connect and make some of these things happen. So we want to do this quarterly with everyone's help. And this is not a thing where it's just, you know, one person. This is for the community. Like, we work for the community. So we don't own this. This is nothing new that we're doing. This is just, you know, we're just hosting this conversation. So yes, we want to do it quarterly with everyone's blessings and prayer. We need a whole lot of prayer. Do that, you know, or well wishes. So that's easy. You can do that right now. Pray or well wishes. We're definitely taking those as well.
And we know something like this is going to go over great, because first and foremost, it's definitely needed. Like I said before, now more than ever, we're looking at mental health, self-help, self-care now more than ever. I think with everything that's been going on, especially the past 3+ years, I think that's what makes an event like this so cool, is that, yeah, we need to have more events like this. So I salute all of you guys for doing this. Nicole, thank you for rejoining us. I was telling you to stop driving and zooming at the same time, but you're on mute, Nicole.
I wasn't. My phone got hot.
Your phone got hot. Okay. So we're gonna, as we're wrapping this up, Nicole. Now, as we're wrapping this up, why would you say the HSV Teen Summit is important to you? Why is this this event important for you?
I don't think you have enough time to really listen to why I think it's important, but I'll try to make this short. One, is bringing us together where we can provide solutions finally to our community, something that we need. I want the parents and the students to know that they need to come to this event, come as they are. This is truly a judgmental free zone. And this is where we can come together all, like Tim Miller said, it's not for us. It's for the community. So just for all of us to be able to come together and provide solutions where we can move forward to become successful individuals, even as adults, because our parents may get some information that they didn't know of. Right. And so we can move forward together in progress. And that's what's the most important to me, solutions.
You know, Marcus, another reason this is important as we're wrapping up is because community, you know, we need it, you know, they say it takes a village. So we can't, some parents, you know, need a little bit of assistance. They need a little bit of help. You know, nobody can do anything alone. So we all need help in some shape, form, or fashion, coaching or support or different ideas. You know, our teachers, our administration, they need a little bit of help, you know, with everything that they have on top of their plate. You know, they have to educate. They don't, you know, have the time to stretch and be 9 different people, you know, so we need to also, you know, pull from within the community, people that we can help out with, people that we can talk to. And of course, our students and our parents need our help as well to be able to talk to, because maybe we don't have all the answers, but one of us, you know, can help someone out.
You know, what I think is so cool is what we use the term so often, but it's so important, edutainment, because not only are we going to be educating the young people and the adults, but also it will be an entertaining time. It will be a fun time. If I'm correct, my man DJ CO will be spinning some music. Am I correct, Tim Miller?
That's right. That's why Marcus Sims is the Yala Yande. That alley-oop just went up and he got it. So that's teamwork. DJ CO is on the 1s and 2s. He's got a special mix for the kids. He's going to get out there, keep us encouraged, keep us entertained, to make sure that the vibe and the frequency in the room is right. This is, again, a safe space. We want to make sure that everything is confidential, that people leave out of the room with keeping people's ideas and not holding it against them on Monday morning if they complained about, you know, whatever issue or topic that they brought up, you know, that they can feel safe in expressing their concerns. So DJ CO working a lot with children. He's a DJ. He's a coach. He's a father. He's a husband. And he's also a mentor with working with the students, working with the teens. So DJ CO is always out in them streets coaching. So I couldn't think of anybody better, you know, to come out there and to bless us with music, keep the frequency and the vibe right, and to bring his experiences as well.
It's going to be an awesome day, and I'm looking forward to everything that's going to happen on June the 4th. Once again, the Teen Summit HSV will take place from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Jemison campus. If I'm correct, in the auditorium, their theater, correct, Timo?
In the theater, we'll have plenty. And if I can't start naming them because I'll forget someone, we will have plenty of resources, and we still have opportunities. If you want to be a speaker or be a resource, or you want to join us in this community effort, hit us up. But there's going to be in the auditorium. We'll have breakout rooms where people can get more information. We'll have a lot of community organizations out there to represent and have representatives out there. So we'll have a lot of people there to talk to the students as well.
Right, and once again, just so they to reach out to you, contact information for more information about the event, to volunteer, to sponsor, or if they have any questions, how can they reach out to you once again?
Yes, you can. If you want to volunteer, press, hospitality, or if you want to be a print sponsor or donate items, 256-434-1846. Or you can email info@paradoxeast.org. That's info@paradoxeast.org, 256-434-1846, or hit me up on Facebook.
And what's so cool is we are talking solutions, not problems. We know there are problems out there.
We're not talking about no problems.
We're talking solutions on how to move forward, and that's what this event is about. And we're going to have some great speakers, great presenters. It'll be engagement that we need within our community. So, Nicole, I want to thank you for joining me for the first time. And, of course, it won't be the last time. Look forward to seeing you on June the 4th. And, of course, T. Mill, we see each other all the time.
I don't get a salute like that.
I see you all the time. Ain't no big deal. Right.
Thank you, Marcus Sims, for everything that you do. Thank you for checking in with us. Yo, just checking in. Marcus Sims, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for everything that WJAB does. And everyone that's a part of this event. Michelle Watkins, thank you. And everyone that's a part of making this happen. Thank you, Nicole.
All right, guys. This was a presentation of 90.
Thank you. And I want to say, let's go.
Let's go. We're going to get it. This was a presentation of 90.9.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Presentation of 90.9 WJAB and WJAB.org. Join us on June the 4th, 5 to 7 p.m. for Teen Summit HSV. Guys, thank you once again so much.